Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. I am using Here Comes the Sun from Echo Park. This month in our Paper Stash Smash, we are using 6x6 paper pads or collections or whatever. So this is the one I chose. Fortunately, I have the coordinating cardstock, and I also have some of the 12x12 journal card sheets. So I will combine what I have and make a mini album. And I also think I am going to use my own tutorial. It's 6.5 by 6.5 mini albums. I'm going to use this. The fun thing about this mini album tutorial is that you can pick and choose different features of the mini albums. Like there's flaps, there's pockets, there's waterfalls. You could do a whole thing of waterfalls if you wanted to, or you could do flaps on every page. I've done albums with pockets on every page. I'm not sure exactly which features I'm going to choose. I might do a couple of different ones, but I am going to do it, and when I'm done, I'm going to show you what I have made. Okay, so like I said, you can do this a la carte. You can pick what you want to use, whatever features you want. So on the original album, in the inside front cover, I had a pocket with a flap. On this one, I'm just going to take the pocket dimensions and make the pocket and put that on the inside front cover. So let me read. The inside front cover pocket is 7.5 by 3.25. With the 7.5 side at the top of the scoreboard, score at half and score at 7, and then rotate. I'm going to take a piece of tape and put it in here. And then I'll glue the rest of it down. That way paper doesn't get stuck. Whatever you end up putting in the pocket. So I'm just going to have a pocket without a flap on the front inside cover. It looked like I put it over a little bit too much, but no, I didn't. On the back inside cover, I am going to have a pocket with a flap. So no flap in the front, flap in the back. So when you're putting it down, so I usually put down the bottom first and put it over to the edge. So for the front, you'll put it over to the left. For the back, we're going to move it over to the right, just so it doesn't get in the way of the opening and closing. And then here is my, so you can use, sorry for the noise, Scotch tape instead of packing tape, but either would work. And then we'll glue the rest of this down. Get my foam folder and burnish. And then here's the flap. Geez, that looks short. Just because I want to make sure there's room for a magnet, and just because I am OCD, not about anything else, but about rounded corners on the flap on top of a pocket. I am funny that way. I just feel like it's not finished unless you round the corners. So I'm going to put that here. Now this is cut just a little bit smaller. So you have to center it on the pocket, not on the page, center it on the pocket. It's got a little bit smaller so that way it doesn't get in the way of the opening and closing of the back page or whatever page it's on. Okay. And I will deal with that later. Okay. Now, another feature that I was picking and choosing. So it's actually the back of page 1. In the original album, there is a flap, and then there's a flap that comes up with a pocket. I'm taking that flap and I'm putting it as normal. Is it the same size flap? I may have changed it. Let me tell you what it is. Page 1, back, right flap. Oh, yeah, so the original one, it was a 6-inch flap. But since I had all of these pieces left over from cutting the album down, I guess it's from the base pages, I had this size. So I used this size. So this is different. This is, I guess, 4 7/8. And I scored it so my flap is actually 4 1/8. And that's okay. 4 1/8 is okay. What size is this? Oh, this one isn't. This is 4 1/2. Now 4 1/8 is okay because that way you're using 4 by 4-inch paper. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter in this case. So anyhow, so that's what I did. Now I'm not going to add any other features to the album except for I am going to have cut aparts holding my flaps down. I'll put a magnet on them. But that is it. So that's all you have to do for your book except for decorate it. I'm going to do that off camera because that will be very boring for you, but I will come back and show you what I've made. So here is the walkthrough. I also will let you know that I did try to use up whatever I had left from the 12 by 12 collection, so I did have some stickers left over. So on the front, I used one of the cut aparts. This is a sticker border, and I have that on separating these two papers. Now this is a 6 by 6 paper, but to stretch it, I used a wider than normal border. This blue cardstock is 6 3/8 by 6 3/8 to fit on the 6 1/2 by 6 1/2 mini album cover. So again, pretty simple. And then inside here is our pocket. I added some cut aparts inside. Some I backed onto white cardstock and some I did not. This one I just left that way so we could open it up because I liked it all. That's just a sticker put on some white cardstock, just put in the side. I did use a punch to punch out some of the sunbeams on this that was in the 12 by 12 paper, so I took a piece of scrap and just cut it out. So this is just a scrap of paper with a sticker, and I made a little tuck spot on that pocket. Now you certainly could put a photo on top of here. It's not a big deal. I did add some of the leftover paper from the 6 by 6 sheet. So once I cut it down for the flaps, I had this small piece left over, so I just used that on some of the pages. So here is the page with a flap. So there's the one flap and there's the other. This is using some of that blue cardstock that matches the collection. I did put a photo mat here. There's a sticker here. And then to make the pages a little more interesting, I used the blue solids, but I did use some of the pattern paper down here. There's a magnet here, and that's underneath this. So this was a cut apart that I just cut down. Stickers here, and just a photo mat. Again, just using a little bit of the paper just to separate it from that pattern. And here we are again with our flaps. I love the little VW bugs with the flowers on it. A couple of stickers there. Just a plain photo mat using the cardstock to match. I wanted to pull in some of this yellow from over there. And of course, Relax is perfect for the summer. There is that. There is a cut apart. Here I just added just a scrap of the 12 by 12 paper, and that was a little cut apart, and I just made it into a little tuck spot. That's just, again, a piece of paper separating that all. I just thought the water was great with all the bathing suits, and then that says summer party. And on this page we've got a flap. I think I was I didn't have enough paper, so I just used a strip of this, and that'll open like that, that'll open like that. I added a really thin, like a 1/8 piece of the green to separate this, and I really like how it looks. Again, sticker, it is open here, so you could add photos underneath. Another bicycle, just some paper to separate it. I think this came from the 12 by 12. And here's the back page. I love all the blue. Time to relax. And room for a 4x4 photo and some photos here, or just journaling if you wanted to. I will tell you these pages are pocket pages, but I chose not to put anything in the pockets. You could, but again, I was just trying to use the paper I had left. I didn't want to introduce another collection, so I didn't add anything inside the pocket pages. In the final page, the inside back pocket, I put the rest of the cut parts that we had. And that is it for this album. There's the back page, the VW vans, the clouds, the stripes. I mean, just it all sort of means summertime, although it says summer means happy times and good sunshine. And it's all of the above. So that is what I made with the summer collection I had, and I think that is one of the first projects I had using my 6x6 pad. So I think every week in August you will see another video using a 6x6 collection. So don't forget to subscribe to see how you can use paper that's in your stash. Thanks so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.